So the Line 6 Helix is a super versatile unit. It probably gets used live more than most any of the other units. You know, the big 3 or big 4, maybe the Kemper. It may get used live as often as the Helix, but I bet you if you include Sunday mornings and then other people who are gigging and just want a really portable unit, the Helix is getting used all the time. And with that being said, maybe I'm not looking around in the right spot. Maybe this is a misguided kind of just generalization, but I see the Helix used really often in like genres like the praise and worship world or just any other genre where they're using edge breakup and then clean tones. I don't see it a ton in like in the metal world. Now obviously I know the Helix hasn't been completely ignored in the metal world. I mean, I think Ryan Bruce or Fluff, I think he uses it live with his band. I don't know if he still does, but I know he used to use it live with his band. It seems like Neural DSP plugins, STL tone plugins, just all these different plugins for high gain amp stems have really kind of taken the limelight away from stuff like the Kemper and the Axe Effects and the Helix. That really applies really heavily to the Helix. I mean, the Kemper and the Axe Effects still get some love, but you don't really see the Helix a ton. I mean, so like I was saying, the Axe Effects and the Kemper, they both get a ton of love in the metal world. You have Josh Middleton from Architects, who even sells his own Kemper profiles. I actually have some. And the Periphery crew, those guys, they use pretty much exclusively the Axe Effects. So I mean, the Axe Effects and the Kemper have gotten a lot of love. Plugins have gotten a lot of love. I'm gonna say right now, the Helix does not get nearly enough love in the metal world. Our first step foot into the Helix world, it was pretty much to buy worship tutorials, praise and worship presets and stuff. Whenever I stepped foot into the Axe Effects world, it was because of Periphery presets. Whenever I bought my Kemper, it was because I want some Josh Middleton presets. It seems like I've been buying these different platforms to have access to new presets or new profiles or whatever it is. So I've kind of been feeling convicted lately that I haven't spent enough time really learning all of my units. I've recently been watching John Cordy's YouTube channel. You guys probably know who he is, but he uses the Helix a ton, and just watching his channel, I've seen how capable the Helix is at pretty much recreating any kind of guitar tone you could think of. So I just really want to take some time today and just really deep dive into the Helix to see if I can get some really usable metal tones out of this thing. Also, if I make any presets or if I like the presets I make, I'll put those in the description for free download. If you guys like this kind of video, just let me know in the comments below. I'll make more videos like this. Also, if you enjoy the video, please smash the like button and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me in the future. Let's go and get started. Okay, so here I am in the HX edit. But yeah, we're gonna dive in to just some kind of metal tones. So I know that if I want to put these in the description for free download, I won't be able to put them in the description for download if I have third-party IRs in there that are not mine. So I'm gonna try to do some stock stuff first, but the IRs just completely changed the game. Let's go ahead and we're going to add an amp plus cab. See what the PV Panama has to offer. So right off the bat, the PV Panama doesn't suck. It sounds honestly just fine. But it's still lacking a little life. Let's see what Scream 808. This is pretty much just if you want a safe bet, always go for some kind of tube screamer to throw in front of your amp. We'll go level up, tone up, drive down. Still sounds a little, just like a little boxy though, you know what I mean? So we'll go to 10-band graphic. So let's go to 250, crank it down a little, 500, crank it down a little. So I mean, yeah, I think this is fine. Turn this sag up a little bit. It'll make it feel a little less so just percussive. Also, let's hit up this EQ and get a little bit of the 16 hertz out. This is stuff you've heard before, that the actual guitar cabs themselves don't really, anything over like I think like between 8 and 12K, just depending on the speakers, is kind of just a little much. We'll save this. We'll say PV 5150. Oh, 5150. JT. The 5150 or just any kind of PV stuff is what I'm usually most familiar with whenever it comes to dialing in, but we'll do, let's take a look at this Rev Gen Red. So this is obviously off of a Rev generator. Obviously needs some kind of overdrive in front of it, and I'm gonna go and I'll do the 808 again. Back in the day, I don't know if this kind of like replicates immediately or exactly over to the Helix, but back in the day, you throw the 808 in front of it and you go gain all the way down, tone and level all the way up. And so that's what we're gonna roll with, see how it goes. I already like that better than the PV. It's just good. I almost hate to even put this in the description for download just because it's so simple. But I mean, like, this was kind of like the point of the video, to show that the Helix can do these sounds too, you know? So we'll go ahead and get a little bit of that out, a little bit of 4K out, dip the subs a hair. Doesn't sound too boxy for me. Alright, so now we're going to get rid of the amp and cab block, and we're going to just grab an amp. And we'll go down and we'll grab the PV Panama, and then we're going to put an IR behind it. I have this ML SoundLab Free Recto SM7B that's really good. Alright, let's take a look at this ML SoundLab one. And that's immediately the best one. You throw an IR at the end of it, throw tube screamer, gain all the way down, tone up, level up, pretty much any amp, and then the Helix immediately has a usable metal sound. I just wanted to make this video to really show how simple it is to make effective metal guitar tones in the Helix. I think that the amp sims in this, and then if you can pair it with a third-party IR, is going to be just as good as anything else that you're getting out there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Hopefully it will be a little bit of a shorter one. I just want to show you quickly how easy it is to get effective metal tones in the Line 6 Helix. Like I said earlier, you really just got to throw a tube screamer or the Horizon Precision drive in front of it. Specifically with the tube screamer, gain all the way down, tone level all the way up, and then you'll just need to EQ out some of the boxy frequencies and some of the really, really high end and some of the really, really low end to get kind of the traditional guitar or metal guitar sound. You do that, you throw pretty much any kind of high gain amp in there, and you're gonna have a very usable tone. And I'm not really sure why the Helix doesn't get a lot of love. I can see why with like amp sims and stuff, how affordable they are and kind of how pretty the UI is and stuff, that it may be more tempting to go towards that. But I mean, if you do find yourself with a Helix, I don't want you to waste your money on extra stuff whenever I know that you can get sounds out of this that work really, really well. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me in the future. I'll see you guys in the next video.